Alright guys, welcome back to another Master and Apprentice video. As you can see, it's just me today. This video was kind of in a scramble. Athen was busy, so I wanted to record it, get it out as quick as possible. But we've got some pretty big pictures and reveals for some upcoming LEGO Star Wars sets of 2025. Now, these are leaks, albeit, so the pictures really aren't that great, so you're going to have to work with us. But the images we do get do show a lot and are pretty exciting. So with all that being said, we'll get into some of these leaks right now. The first set being set 75433 Jengo Fett Starship. I'm pretty sure this is going to be $65 to $60-ish, somewhere in that ballpark, maybe even 70. It's kind of hard to tell. The prices have had an increase, and I don't have the source right in front of me of what the confirmed prices are yet. So with that being said, though, we do have the first images. We've kind of got two images to go off of. The first one being the Starship. It looks very, very similar to that Boba Fett Starship playset that we got just a couple years back. Right around the same price. I think that set was like $55. So this is very similar. About $10 more expensive. It looks pretty much the exact same, just maybe a color swap. Even though it is rumored to have 100 more pieces than that set. But then we get the picture of the minifigures, and we get what looks like a Boba Fett very similar to the UCS Jango Fett slave one. We get a Jengo Fett, but this one isn't as premier. It doesn't have the arm printing, it looks like. So it's going to be a little bit different than that UCS model, but nonetheless, it's a really great Jengo Fett. It's been a while since we've gotten a playset Jengo Fett, or Jengo Fett in general. And then we have a new Kaminoan. This is our second Kaminoan figure, and it looks like it's Lama Su. The first one we got was Tanwi, so it's cool. We got two new Kaminoans. This one even has like an updated mold. It's kind of got like the collar around, so it's it's really nice. Lego go up and beyond. They don't always do this. They don't give us a lot of new molds. It feels like if Lego takes the cheap route, it's because they wanted to. It's not because it was the only option. So it's nice that we got a new Kaminoan. It looks like a pretty good set. It's kind of what we expected, but we don't have too many other pictures, so where are those other 100 pieces going? Who knows? But it's going to be very similar to that Boba Fett model that we got just a couple years ago. The next set we have is the set 75435, the ATT. Now this was a set that we knew was going to be Clone Wars, but we didn't know exactly what we were expecting. And it looks like we're getting some version of this based off of Felucia, because we have Isla Sakira, and we have Commander Bly, and then we have a bunch of droids. We can see it doesn't give us a whole picture, but we can see on the box there's two commando droids and a pilot droid. So we might be getting a couple more, but at the very least we're getting 6 droids, 2 commando droids, and 1 pilot. We're not getting any other clones like the 327th clones. But we are getting Commander Bly. He has the updated cauldron shoulder pad, or pauldron, not cauldron, sorry. But it's got those nice micro binoculars. It looks like a really good set. I believe this is going to be 160, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, the minifigures look really good. I think Commander Bly looks really, really good. I think the biggest part missing is obviously, the skirt, the cape piece. They have it printed on. I don't know why they still do that, even though they literally give him an upgraded mold for the pauldron. Either way, it looks like a pretty good set. It's the Clone Wars ATT, which is our first Lego model of that. So again, really cool. It's kind of hard to tell how big it is, but for 160, you can assume it's going to be it's going to have some size to it. It's not going to be small or nothing like that. The next set we have is set 75432, the V19 Torrent. I believe this is going to be a $65 set. Again, prices aren't 100% confirmed. We only have the one picture. It's got a pretty good glare on it, so it's kind of hard to tell, but it looks pretty good. It actually kind of looks a little bit thicker and bulkier than the previous V19 Torrent models we've had, albeit it's been a minute since we've gotten a Lego V19 Torrent. But I think besides the build, which looks absolutely amazing, you can't really tell too much about it because of the glare. The minifigures, I think, are the highlight. We have a new Obi-Wan Kenobi, General Kenobi Clone Wars edition. He's got some nice armor printing, some nice arm printing. The leg printing looks really, really good. I like this new style of Clone Wars Jedi. I mean, we got Mace Windu a couple years ago. He was kind of upgraded it to that. I can't wait to see Anakin, where they put in the arm printing on it. And I really, really like it. I think it looks really sharp. Then we have a clone pilot that actually doesn't have the fin. I think it looks really, really good. I know a lot of people are waiting to see, does the yellow marking go all the way back, or further back than a third of the helmet. You can't really tell in the helmet. You can't really tell in the picture. But from what it looks really, really good. And it's really nice to get a clone pilot. I mean, this is a guy we've been asking for a while. There's been plenty of sets where we could have seen a clone pilot and we haven't gotten it. We finally are getting it, and he looks really good so far in the picture. And then we have a brand new Asajj Ventress with her lightsaber hilts from the Clone Wars. So the double red lightsabers, and then also a new print for her head as well, because I believe she's always had those big Clone Wars edition animated eyes. So she's got that new, and it looks like the printing on the torso and the legs is a bit upgraded too. It's like a little bit brighter, I think, than the previous models. Again, it's kind of hard to tell. The pictures got a pretty good glare on it, but from what it looks like, it's a really exciting set. A V19 Torrent is, is a little kind of it's a niche thing, albeit. But if you're a fan of the Clone Wars, and especially that golden age of Clone Wars Lego sets, this is a nice callback and a nice nostalgic set to get, I believe. The next set we have, I couldn't find the set number, but it's gone through quite a few different rumors. It was rumored to be a UT-AT at first. It's no longer that. It's going to be something that's very similar to the scene with Ki-Adi-Mundi, Commander Bacara, and the Galactic Marines. So all new molds, all new colors. But that scene is very vivid from Revenge of the Sith during Order 66. There's no UT-AT where there is in the movie, so it's a shame that we are getting a turbo tank instead. But it's nice to get a turbo tank nonetheless. I'm not going to complain too much about that. But turbo tank is also a downgrade, so I believe it's going to be $160, maybe $140. I'm not too sure, but around that ballpark. So a nice big price, but it's pretty big downsize. You can even tell it's only like 6 studs tall, it looks like, so maybe even 5. So it's a bit of a downsize. It looks good. I really like the paneling from the pictures. It's a new wheel design as well. They've used a lot of like the rubber pieces, and then they've just used like big molded pieces before. The wheels are a lot more brick built, it looks like, from the pictures, so that's going to be interesting to see how that design works out. And then the minifigures obviously look really good. Bacara looks really good. The Galactic Marines look really good. Ki-Adi-Mundi, it doesn't really seem like he got much of an upgrade print-wise, but he still looks good. And then we get some, it looks like droids, B1 battle droids. I don't know if we get any like B2 or spider droids. I can't see in the picture, but you can assume there's probably at least something like that along the line. So it looks really good. I think the most exciting part are going to be the Galactic Marines and the Bacara, obviously, because those are guys that, we probably aren't going to get again, and if we do, it's going to be a long time from now. So it's going to be a really cool set to get our hands on and, compare to past models, but also just to see these minifigures come to life. The next set we have is set 75431, the 327th Star Corps Battle Pack. Now, I believe this is supposed to be $40, so it's a little bit more than we expected. This is one of those like double battle packs. It's got both clones. It's got 4 clones, 327th troopers, and it looks like it's got at least 3 super battle droids. I don't know if it's got any more. We can see from the bottom of the picture it looks like there's a spider droid as well. The picture only shows about half of it, so we can't really see the full scale, but the clones look really good. The droids, it's nice to get more B2 droids. Overall, I think this is going to be a really fun set. I always like the clone battle packs, but $40 is a pretty steep ask, so I'm really interested to see how the fans take it, because we're not used to that. I mean, we're used to $30. $40 is a $10 jump. It's a pretty big jump to ask for, so I'm excited for this set, but I'm not excited for that price. Real quick, some other sets that I don't have too much more information on, but I want to throw up on that picture. We have set 75414. It's supposed to be a snow speeder, like from Hoth, like Empire Strikes Back, but it's a hot rod edition, so it's got like flames and yellow and red. It looks really cool. It's going to be from the Rebuild the Galaxy Season 2, so that's a really cool set to get. I don't have the rest of the details. I don't think it's going to be too much. You probably spend like $40, $50 somewhere in that area. pretty cool set. You know, all of the Rebuild the Galaxy sets I think have been really, really cool so far. It's just a really fun spin on Star Wars, but also Lego Star Wars. You know, like Jedi Bob is really only, you know, part of the Lego Star Wars community, not really the Star Wars community. So it's cool to see another really unique idea come to life. And then we have our next buildable character, the Ewok. It looks kind of like what you'd expect. I believe it's going to be $100. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how this compares size-wise to the rest of the collection, because the droids have kind of been their own size comparison, and then Chewbacca, C-3PO, Chopper, R2-D2 have all kind of been in the same ballpark. So I'm interested to see if it's kind of more similar to those. So there you guys have it. It's a little bit of a rundown of some of the images we got. You know, some of these images suck, but that's kind of what we have. So pretty exciting stuff. Let us know what you guys are excited for down in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.